She had always known she didn't belong. Even though Jane was the true biological daughter of a wealthy family, she lived in the shadow of another, the adopted daughter, Madeline. Her brothers looked at Jane with disdain and coldness. But whenever Madeline appeared, their faces softened with warmth. She was the kind one, the gentle one, the perfect sister. Jane was nothing but jealous, useless, and unworthy. That night, truth revealed its cruel face. Her tea was laced with poison. Her limbs weakened. Then a blade plunged into her chest. Through the haze, Jane heard Madeline's soft whisper, "You were always the extra. This family is mine." When one of her brothers rushed in, he didn't see the betrayal. He only saw Madeline trembling and Jane bleeding. "How dare you attack her!" he roared, kicking Jane away. Flames began to spread through the room. The brothers guided Madeline out of the burning house and left Jane behind. Her last breath carried a vow. "One day, you will all beg for mercy." The fire claimed her body, but not her soul. When Jane opened her eyes again, she was back in the past, at the moment when everything could still be changed. This time, she would not wait for betrayal. She was no longer the weak girl begging for love. Her heart was cold, her mind sharper than any blade. She walked away from the family mansion, let them believe they had erased her. One day she would return, not as a forgotten daughter, but as their reckoning. From childhood, Jane had carried a secret. A mysterious teacher had found her when no one else cared. He trained her in silence, recognizing the fire that slept within her. He taught her the art of combat, so she would never be powerless, the craft of medicine, so she could heal and bind others to her debt, the strategies of business, so she could thrive in a world ruled by wealth. She was not his only disciple. There were others, elder brothers by training, allies in disguise. Together they would one day shake the very foundations of power. "You were born to shine," her master told her, "and one day the world will know your name." Jane waited patiently. Revenge required precision. Her first move struck one of her biological brothers, a proud businessman with an empire of contracts. He unveiled a grand project, certain of success. But when a mysterious competitor arrived, his empire crumbled. Deals collapsed. His reputation shattered. He didn't yet know the face of his enemy, but at a glittering banquet he finally heard it. "Is that Jane, the true daughter of the family?" Across the hall he saw her, no longer a timid, unwanted girl, but a radiant woman draped in elegance. Applause followed her name. His heart sank. The sister they had left to die was now alive, and more powerful than ever. Madeline was unraveling. All her life she had been adored, sheltered, worshipped. Now, piece by piece, that adoration was slipping away. She whispered lies, painted Jane as cruel and unworthy. But each scheme backfired. Each rumor revealed her hypocrisy. One evening rage broke through her polished smile. "Why won't you just disappear again? Everything should be mine." But others had heard her words. The mask of the sweet sister crumbled before their eyes. The family gathered once more. But this time Jane was not the outcast. She stood tall, radiant, untouchable. Her brothers, once proud and dismissive, now trembled as they realized who truly carried the family's blood and strength. Madeline, pale and desperate, tried to plead, but lies no longer shielded her. Jane's voice was calm, but every word cut like steel. "You chose her over me." She paused, her gaze cold. "And that choice has cost you everything." The circle was complete. The girl they scorned, betrayed, and abandoned in the fire returned not just to survive, but to conquer. She no longer sought their love. She no longer begged for their approval. She was the true daughter, the one reborn from ashes, and the world now bowed to her name.